I'm Anil Kumar sharing with you a question from my subscriber. Let me thank all the subscribers and viewers to post excellent questions and watch my videos. Now the question here is, write three different equations for the functions with input output. We are given 2 points. For input of 1, output is 4, and for input of 3, the output is 3. Now with these 2 points, we need to write 3 different equations, right? So that is the real question. Extremely interesting. Let us see how to solve this question first. So let me make a coordinate plane here. And let us say that these points are, let's see, 1 and 4. So this is 1 for us, let us say. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that is first point. The second point is 3 and 3. So 1, 2, and 3. So we go 1, 2, and 3. So that is the second point. So these are the 2 points given. So one is 1, 4. The other one is 3, 3. Right. Now we need to find equation which can have both the points in its path, or the curve can go through it. That is how we could see it, right? So 1 seems to be simple. We could have a straight line, as you can see, joining these two. So let me say one equation will be represented by this straight line. How do I get the other equations? In fact, with 2 points, you can get infinite equations, right? Let me show you how. I could have a parabola which could turn from here, for example, and go through this point. Do you see that? So I could have a parabola like kind of like this, turning from here and returning from there. That will give me second equation. To get more options, I could actually, I'm keeping scenarios simple. I could actually turn from this point, right? So I could have a parabola which could be kind of like this. Do you see that? So all these curves are feasible. Depending on which one we take as our solution, we can provide different equations, correct? So let's begin with the very first one, which is we are talking about a straight line. How to get equation from 2 points? That is what it is now. And we'll call these points as A and B. So the coordinates for point A are given as 1 and 4. 4. Coordinates for point B are 3 and 3. Equation could be of the form of y equals to mx plus b. To find m, we'll do y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 3, let's say. So it's 3 minus 4 over 3 minus 1, which gives us minus 1 over 2. So that becomes the slope. So the equation could be y equals to minus half x plus b. To get the value of b, let me use the values 3 and 3. So if I write 3 here, minus 1 over 2 times 3 plus b. So solving this, we get 3 plus 3 over 2 is b, and that gives us the value of b as 3 times 2 is 6, 6 plus 3 over 2. So the value of b is 9 over 2, right? Now if I substitute this value, I get my equation as y equals to minus half x and 9 over 2 for b. 9 over 2. So that becomes the equation with plus 9 over 2. We can write it in standard form, multiply by 2, so we get 2y equals to minus x plus 9. Bringing them together, we get x plus 2y minus 9 equals to 0. All right. So as per the equation, this point is 4.5. So that is how we could get our first equation. Let me highlight this particular equation. Okay, so that's the straight line. So I hope this part is clear. Now some of you could have got this equation straight away without doing much work. Since we are going for a linear equation, what we notice here is that we are going y value by 1 and the x value, this is minus 1 since 4 to 3 is minus 1, and here the change in x value is 2, right? So this is delta x, change in x. This is change in y. Is it okay? So that means we have a factor of minus half. Factor of minus half or 0.5. Is it okay? So we can say that y is equals to minus 0.5 times x plus what? We have to decide. So what we do here is that we substitute 1 for x. If I substitute 1, I need 4. I need 4. So how do I get 4? I can get 4 by placing 4.5 here. Do you see that? So in that way, just from common difference, we can get straight away the equation without even doing all this. So I hope this is clear to you, how we got it. So the difference of y over difference of x gives an idea of the multiplication factor. So we are multiplying this by minus half. And if I substitute 1 for x, I want 4 as an output. How do I get 4? Well, it should be 4.5. If I take away 0.5, I get 4. So I could get straight equation, right? Okay. Now again, we will do the same question, and this time we will assume that it's a parabola. Okay. So we are now working for a solution where we'll take this as a parabola opening downwards. So I'm just sketching a parabola here. Okay. And we are saying that the points are, the turning point is A, which is 1, 4, and another point here is B, which is 3, 3. Is that clear? Right? So it's a parabola. So we can write in vertex form equation of line y equals to a times x minus x value of 1 whole square plus 4. To get the value of a, we can use any one of these points, right? So let's use, we have already used 1, let's use 3 now. So 3. So if I write 3 for y, 3 for x, plus 4, we can solve for a. So it is 3 minus 4 equals to a times 2 square. Now 3 minus 4 is minus 1, and this is 4a. So that gives us the value of a as minus 1 over 4, and therefore the equation is y equals to minus 1 over 4 x minus 1 whole square plus 4. So I hope that makes sense, right? So we got the second equation just by assuming that the graph is a parabola which opens downwards. Perfect. Now let's do the third case where we'll have a parabola which opens upwards. Now we are taking the third case in which we'll open the parabola upwards. So it's kind of like this. So I'm just sketching a graph here first, then we'll plot the points and do the needful. So we are considering 2 points, and this time I'm taking the turning point at 3, 3 and one of the points 1, 4, which is A for us, right? And this is B for us. So we are assuming this situation. So this is our case 3, right? So third equation. So in this case again we'll begin with y equals to A. Since we are turning from 3, it is x minus 3 whole square, and that point y is plus 3. To get the value of A, we'll use 1 and 4. So 4 equals to A times 1 minus 3 whole square plus 3, which gives us 4 minus 3 equals to A times minus 2 whole square, which is again 4. on the right side, and this one is positive 1 this time, right? It opens upwards, makes sense. So 1 over 4 is the value of a, or I can write y equals to 1 over 4 x minus 3 whole square plus 3. So I hope that makes sense, right? So you could actually get 3 equations, rather you can get any number of equations in this situation. You get an idea, right? So as an exercise, what you can do is you can think about this as a cubic curve, right? So which could turn from here, for example, and go like this. So for example, you could have a curve like this with point of inflection here and going like this. Is it okay? So I like you to treat this as a point of inflection and get the function as x cube in terms of x cube. So that is what I need for you to do. So you could try this also. So you could write equation in terms of, let me write general equation for you here. So we could write that y equals to a times x minus, since that is your point of inflection, let's say 1 whole cube plus 4, right? And then you can work on this. Find a using this point. Perfect. So you could get cubic equation, and likewise you can get many polynomials going through these 2 points. I hope that makes sense. I really appreciate the question. It opens up, it's an open question, and you can write any kind of equation which you choose to from 2 points. That's the whole idea, right? So with that, we come to the end, and I hope you like and appreciate what we have done here. Feel free to write your comments, share your views, and if you like and subscribe my videos, that'd be great. Thanks and all the best.